Hey everyone, this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the 14th episode of Dokidoki Precure. And last episode, we actually met two new characters. One was more relevant to that episode, and one will be more relevant going forward in, like, overall grand scheme stuff. But yeah, the one character we met was the kind of childhood friend, rival sort of character to Ellis, when she's not very likable, you know. She was not the greatest person ever, but, you know, we defeated her, so it's all good. And Regina was the other character we met, which is like straight up the daughter of the king of selfishness. So she's a princess in her own respect, and she, I imagine, will be quite the interesting character to follow as we progress with the show. Maybe we'll even get some for this episode. Maybe. But anyway, let's get into it and see what we do get. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Is that little Rika? Yes, that is Rika. I want to become a flower. Oh. Aw. Gotta go do a lot of schooling for that. It's like, you want to take after your father, maybe? Ouch. I understand, though. That is true. Yeah, I think she can handle it. Wow, what a cute flashback. Did she not do well? I somehow doubt it, judge on that look on her face. Oh, number 2. Oh, what a travesty. Yeah, number 2. Somebody's clearly been slacking. Like, how could you be such a failure? I'm just kidding, but clearly was upset by that. I guess we gotta hit those books. I was gonna say I never seen someone so upset to only get number 2, but that's not true. I know I've seen anime characters like that before. But it looks like we're gonna get a Rika focus episode, which I'm glad for. Happy love. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, our sponsor segment. Can't forget you. Bum, 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 bum. And back into it. A dream or a promise, Rika's major concern. Yeah, definitely Rika focus episode. She seems upset. Can we at least give her a quick cat pat or a hug or something? I think it is, actually. That's kind of vague. What exactly happens? It can't be helped. That'd be great. I assume she means study. Yeah, we gotta do something for her. Yeah, it's a mother. What'd you think it was? Sure, Yuzo's fine. Okay, could chill a little bit there. I appreciate the concern, though. That would be a little bit concerning for her mother, I would imagine. She's probably pushing herself really, really hard to study. I think that's pretty clear. But just, the concern is her pushing herself too hard. That's probably going to be the issue for the episode, maybe. Rika could at least stay for 5 seconds before you run off. Yeah, of course, she's well aware of this. Yeah, but I still don't think being number 2 is a deal breaker. That sounds pretty bad. Don't lose your way. Wow. Wow, that's something. A very aggressive kiss. You mean, I don't think that's what it is. Is it just like the hospital? Are we playing the game? I don't remember the name of it. That's it, Karuta. There's like an anime about this game that I have not watched. I would not have guessed that. I guess we're just not, we were incorrect. Here I thought she was just studying. Yeah, I really don't expect this development. I'm still kind of taking that in. I think it's okay to have like one hobby. Although there is also the Precure thing. what do I do, Mana? Help me. I mean, if you enjoy it, I think you should stick with it. Queen. That makes sense to me. I mean, I get it kind of makes sense, I guess. What are friends for? look at how wrong it was about what this episode was going to focus on. I mean, not completely wrong. Like, she's still worried about her glare slipping. That's still, you know, the main thing. Everything else I was wrong about. Of course you have. He barely said anything. Wow. Yeah, this is what a pro does. I mean, trying to read it from left to right because the text's like vertical and it just throws me off. Is this an important part of karuta training? Like, I know it's somewhat athletic, but we lost mana. There goes Rika. Think she needs to wake up. Wow, Regina. Wow. Look at her. Yeah, there's a girl you're gonna call Queen up here. Yeah, she's that kind of girl. Do what I tell you or Papa will hear about this. It's great to hear. Even she's cheering her on. Do your best, Mama. Okay. She looks fairly important. I mean, not like main character level of important, but important among unimportant characters, if that makes sense. I bet. Maybe this girl should get some should get some shoulder massages. Oh god, he barely even opened his mouth. He's not called Queen for nothing. Barely. You gotta believe in yourself. That's just the first step. What? Is she a Precure? Or is she the princess you've been looking for? What are we doing? Okay, now I see what we're doing. Looks like the Queen will be our opponent this episode in a bit of a different way. Your heart is mine. He even ate it. Wow, it's just a big old card in the outfit. That's something. Well, not just sensing, you can see it right over there. Like, it's pretty conspicuous. That looks just so ridiculous. It looks so silly. We could just, like, burn it. L-O-V-E. Beep, beep, beep. To be honest, the Karuta sport always looked so boring / lame to me. The reason I never watched that one anime about it, what was it called? Yafuya something. I don't remember the name. But, like, it does not look fun to me at all, but clearly some people like it, and that's fine. It's not for me. The beat of love. The beat of love. I just love listening to her say the things that she says in these parts. That's oddly fitting, okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Looks like someone's out of control. A big old Karuta game. The cards are probably going to be as big as we are. Oh, jeez. Ow. Well, yeah, you got it. It's a sport now, that's for sure. Oh, was that wrong? Oh. Well, it's not fair. Most of us aren't professional players. I mean, Rika's got to be the one to save the day on this one, right? And too slow. Protecting your card. Wonder how often they actually get to finish saying the name of the card in professional matches. It's gotta be so frustrating for the person that has to read them off. Like, you say one thing and already the card's been grabbed. We're here for you, Rika. Pure diamond. I always call them by their real name, like, pretty much never call them by their Precure names in any Precure show. I had to hurt a bit. And yeah, I think we got there first. Yeah, you want the card? There you go. You're welcome. Bing, 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 bing. There you go. You feel better now, Queen? Rika, clearly the king. That's to be expected. Wow. Yeah, she seems pretty nice. Do the cards also have a palace or a royal crystal in them? Yeah. I don't know why I said palace, I meant royal. Royal crystal. So that means we got 2. Go away, bird. He actually listened. Well, because she saw the cards. So I guess she knew you'd be here. Really? Oh, a hug. Okay, but just full-on hug. A suffocating hug, no less. Yeah, what a great mother. Yeah, it's okay to have fun as well. Everyone just watching this wonderful family moment. Oh wow, he came too. Did not expect that. Yeah, they're still very different careers. Yeah, now it's becoming more and more like that one shot in the opening. Mother, father, daughter, hand holding, walking. Which is nice because she doesn't get to see them very often together like this. Please do. Continue to do your best to Precure as well. But that's the most important one. Because it's, you know, the name of the show, Precure. Dokidoki Precure. And you're the one that makes Mana Dokidoki, so you're an important part of it, is what I'm trying to say. Precure. And then just our preview. So, that was the 14th episode of Dokidoki Precure. And this episode, Rika episode, and pretty much first thing we got was a very nice backstory sort of thing. It was pretty short, to the point. Like, I mean, the point of it was to get across kind of Rika's motivation, her dream, like what she wants to accomplish. Right? Even the title was something to do with promise and dream, I think, because, yeah, the dream to become a doctor like her mother, and the promise to do so with her, right? You know, she has a promise from back then when she was like, I don't know, 5 years old. Anime ages are usually hard to guess, but it was a while ago, you know? She's like below the mother's waist when she stands up, so obviously pretty young then. And it seems like that she's kind of always held on to that. You know, Mana even knows that's kind of her dream, right? She's aware of that, so she knows why it hit her as hard as it did when she dropped to number 2, right? So she, man, Mana was so unhappy about that. I don't mean to laugh, but just some of the faces and reactions she made was a little bit funny. But yeah, at this point, I was pretty, especially when she was doing a bunch of the whole, hey, I can't go, I'm busy with something else. I thought, you know, it was a thing where she was gonna like go really hard, way too hard on studying, and to the point where she was neglecting other things, you know. And we, as her friends, would convince her that it's okay to chill with that a little bit, you know, and try to restore more balance to her life, you know, something more positive, more healthy. That's kind of what I thought the episode would be about, and it wasn't quite like that. Like, it's not completely wrong, but really, I mean, the issue was that I was missing a piece, right? The piece being Karuta, because up to this point, we have had pretty much, unless I missed something, we have had no hints that was a thing Rika's been doing off screen, right? But once I learned about that, a lot of things fell into place because she's been doing the Karuta thing, and that's taking up time and stuff away from studying, which, so she had that as kind of a concern, like me having fun and doing these things that I want to do, you know, like, should I really be doing that? I mean, look what it's doing to my grades, and I need to get good grades to achieve my dream, so maybe I shouldn't be doing that thing, you know. She had that, and that's kind of the core of the issue here. And the episode focused on pretty much just kind of helping her do her thing, right? We had some kind of Karuta tournament kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. And we had the queen that she was going to have a match with, right? The queen being like the best female Karuta player, I guess, you know? So she's pretty good, understandably. So we had to have a little training arc to be able to do that. But it wasn't just doing that, right? We also had a regular study, and so some of that balance stuff that I mentioned, you know, did kind of come into play there because we were helping her try to do all the things, like not give up something out of fear of not doing something else properly, just like trying to get that all, trying to help her do what she wants / needs to do, right? That's what it boils down to. And seeing them all help her with that was pretty cool, you know. Just you know, like those two falling asleep was pretty funny. And the bad guys, I mean, we didn't get too much of that. Last episode, we knew Regina is now kind of like hanging out with the other bad guys. And she, I mean, you could say she's making herself at home, you know, a little bit. Just sitting there being all like queen, like give me a massage, go give me some stuff. Like very much being that sort of, it's very much, the whole thing comes across as like the boss is the spoiled rich brat is now, you know, we got to babysit her and deal with her, you know. It's that kind of feeling, right? That's really what it comes across as. And, you know, Mamo, I think that's her name. She's especially bothered by that, from what I could tell. So we only have that like brief little bit, just enough for us to be reminded kind of what the current status quo over there is. You know, let's not forget about Regina's existence and all that. So obviously she's not going to play an important role in this episode, but I'm sure she will at, you know, at some point in the future. I'm not sure when, but I would love to have this episode where she's at the forefront of the conflict, right? Get some more time with her. And when it finally came to the day of the Queen and the Karuta match, I'm trying to get names down. Ida, I think it says his name is. Yeah, he took advantage of the Queen's selfishness to make her into a monster, which is just a big old Karuta card with the kimono-ish thing on her, on him, whatever, you know. Honestly, that little outburst that the Queen did was a little bit weird, honestly. Like, what was even the main point you were trying to make there? Like something about wanting a king. Oh, I'll have to look at that again. Yeah, she sighs because she once said, in a moment I shall... Yeah, just kind of weird poetry kind of thing she was doing here. Until the moon waned at daybreak. That's why it confused me a little bit. I was like, what is this girl even on about? Hey, everyone views me with such respect. And then she just, you know, collapses down. But why? Why isn't there a king that's fit for me? So what she wants is just a guy that's as good as Karuta as she is to be with her? Is that what she's trying to say? And I guess she just hasn't met anyone like that. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing what exactly she was saying she wanted here, but I don't know. Just like felt like a bit of an uncharacteristic outburst from her. I mean, it probably can't say that when I don't know her that well, but up until that point, she felt like she was fairly calm, cool, collected, composed kind of, you know, character, right? So that really was a little bit weird that she did that, but, you know, we needed our conflict for the episode. We needed an excuse for her to be the you know, the monster of the week. So I'm not gonna harp on that too much, but that did come across a little bit weird to me. But and then we had at the very end, after we dealt with all the battle stuff and we had our match with the queen, we actually had a very nice moment between Rika and her parents, you know? Like that one shot in the opening of her holding both of their hands as they're walking. That's one of those shots in the opening that's stuck with me the most. So getting to see kind of that in the episode itself was pretty cool. And, you know, the mother being back, the father being back, you know, the mother being very, you know, supportive and encouraging of Rika and her hobbies and stuff. It's just all really nice to see. Then we just kind of like walk off into the sunset together. So yeah, I like the episode. You know, I know I comment on not liking the game Karuta, you know, but it's not like that. It didn't take away from the episode much at all, really. It's just some of the things just caused me to roll my eyes a little bit. Just the way characters, you know, like super, like they come across so super serious as they just like grab cards and throw them to the side, and they do this while trying to look really cool as they do it. And I'm just sitting here like you don't look cool. Like I can respect and appreciate the effort it takes to be at the level of skill that you're at, but what you're doing does not, it doesn't look cool. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. So, but anime usually with sports, they'll try to make something look cooler than it actually is, in like any sports anime generally. So, you know, not really a reason to pick on them too much for that, but it's just something I want to point out. It's like you're grabbing a card and throwing it somewhere before anyone else. That's what you're doing. But yeah, that's overall I like the episode, and we'll see what we get in the next one next time. So until then, bye bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.